So we're letting everyone come in and welcome. This is going to be a fun show. We've got a lot to cover. And as Dale Hart pointed out, you're never going to do it, Jason. You're never going to do it. You're never going to make it through all of that material in 60 minutes. So we're going to do our best tonight to get through as much material as we can and have a great time. So how am I sounding, everybody? Everybody sounding good out there in our TV land? I got Jake here with me. Jake, how are we sounding?
You are sounding great. How am I sounding?
You sound crystal clear. It sounds perfect. Sounds absolutely perfect. All right, we've got Lisa on the show. Hey, Lisa. We've got Jim on the show. Hey, Jim. Thank you. Good to see you guys. All right, it is slowing down. We've got it's slowing down on the people coming in, so we're going to officially kick it off. Welcome everybody to the Formula. 88, that's just crazy. 88 episodes of this show, and we're still going strong. I still have my voice. I did lose my voice. For those of you that have been with us for a long time, there was that series of shows where I had no voice, but I've got my voice back, so that's really good. So welcome. Sound check's good. Jake, I'm really happy that you could make it to the show. I'm going to take this camera off. Hopefully everybody can, I just wanted to wave at everybody. So thank you guys for coming. I'm going to just show my screen here. And everybody see my screen okay? Jake, we got a good view of the screen?
Yep. See the
okay,
RTV.
All right. That's what we're supposed to be seeing. That's perfect. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm going to kick off with just some updates because we have a lot of updates. I am going to be getting a video out for everybody. The first one that I can't wait to really let everybody tear into, Glenn called today about this, and I said, you know what, I got to get a change log going, and that is we now support multiple YouTube channels. So you can go into your settings back in your dashboard and you can activate your YouTube channel, but right here, check it out. If you want to post to your broker or agent's YouTube channel with our video ripper, which doesn't cost any extra for those of you that are wondering or may not know, you can do that. You just go in, you have to log in as one of your agents. I would recommend getting your agent to log into your private labeled login. Once they are logged in, they would go to their settings and go to YouTube, and then they authorize their YouTube channel. So you can publish directly to an agent YouTube channel, really easy to do, and the broker. So that's all part of the new release as of actually it's about a week ago. So I'm a little late on getting all this out to you guys. The other cool thing here while we're talking about videos is under the video promotion section of your tour management system. When you upload your stuff and you go over here to the right, it says video production and promotion. We have now added a really cool fade out on the video clips and on the audio. So check that out. You're going to notice that next time you make a video. The other really cool thing that we've done, you guys, is we've greatly improved the SEO. So little power tip here that I'm gonna give to everybody. If you haven't linked your gallery, so this is each and every one of you using our system has a gallery. Each one of your customers has a gallery. For example, if I Google Beulah Virtual Tours, I'm gonna see John Zickert's page right here. And this is a client page. So this is John Zickert's page. All of these are designed to help the tours rank in the search engines. What I would minimally recommend to you is tell your customers to put this right here. Put a link to this off of your customer's website, and you should minimally put a link to this on your website. For example, on Blue Lava Media, under tour search, this is all I did. I put a little link in the upper right-hand corner. It says click to view more property websites. When you click on that, boom, this allows the Google bot to come and spider my website and then crawl my gallery. You guys, this is huge. Those of you that have known me long enough know that I also have an auto blog site. If you want to learn how to do this, it's super easy to learn how to do this. This builds backlinks to all your tours. This is free, doesn't cost you anything. You just use our TV's infrastructure, our RSS feeds, and you can use a very simple free program to build backlinks. Now, building backlinks to your tours, you may think, yeah, why should I do that, Jason? Well, let me show you, because when you do that, now you're gonna compete with Trulia and Zillow. Look at, I've got top placement for that and trust me, you're not going to keep that forever, because Zillow will beat you out and so will realtor.com, but you're going to be on that first page when you start building backlinks to your tour addresses. Oop, let me do Bent Pine Road. And it's not going to be every single time, but more often than not, you will find that your tours will rank in the search engines. Here's that one. See, that one's a little bit further down. You've got Zillow ahead of you, Movoto. You got the big six, right? Realtor.com, Movoto, Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, and Homes.com. You want your tours to be on that first page. So you guys, if you aren't doing this, little power tip tonight to kick off the show, our property websites, we did enhance the SEO on those. So the spiders are gobbling them up. So make sure you're doing that. Your customers will love you. Nobody buys a house these days without Googling the address. We all know that, right? Brush and Build, we added that into the RTV tour system. Those of you that don't know what Brush and Build, it's $1 a photo, $2 a panorama. We take your images, we take your panels, we edit them, we stitch them, guaranteed blue sky, green grass, gorgeous photos, just like you see over at Blue Lava Media. Same quality. We pilot tested this for 1 year at Blue Lava Media, and now our editors are going to be able to edit your photos too, and you will get awesome quality and beautiful window pulls. Check it out. Call Jake, who's on the show tonight. Give him a call if you want some more information on that Brush and Build service. It's available right off the right-hand navigation for all of our customers. The big one tonight, probably my favorite update that we just launched, is what I call the Hero Pause. The Hero Pause, you guys. So this is a full motion video Astro Zoom. This property website is kicking off with, watch when I scroll down, watch it, watch it, watch it. Did everybody see it pause? You've got a Hero Pause there, allowing bandwidth for the embedded virtual tour, the Vimeo 4K, the Matterport tour, whatever else you want to embed down here in your property website. Your hero up here is pause. So, and then of course it kicks off as soon as you go back. That is something that we just did. The final thing that I wanted to talk about is the affiliate. All of you know how big I am about making sure you are harnessing your WOM. That's word of mouth marketing. That's done with this affiliate. See this down here? This is Blue Lava Media. This is my logo for Blue Lava Media. We do about 1,300 properties a year through Blue Lava. Most of our leads come right through this page. Every month in the busy season, we get 20 to 30 visits to this page. Of those, several convert. And I attribute a lot of that business to this little guy right here who stays in the lower left-hand corner of all my property sites and my tours. Notice how the affiliate's not showing up here anymore. It used to show right there. And I just thought, you know what, that's just too much shameless advertising. I have to remove that one. So I removed it for all of you. So if you embed the tour into your property site, it is not there. If you use the play thumb and link the tour, it will be. So some cool stuff there. It was a little overkill, I thought. So you guys get ready for payment, collection, and job scheduling. You guys are gonna love what we're working on. I am going to deliver that this year, and I'm committed to that. It is looking really good. We had a meeting today on it, and actually Jake was in that meeting today. So that is coming along. Obviously, have some delays, but we're committed to getting that out this year. So I'm ready for it. So get ready for that. Let's head to the polls here. I want to launch a poll, and we've got to see if I can here. All right. I want to know, do you have a DSLR camera with a Sigma fisheye lens? Do you have a DSLR camera with a Sigma fisheye lens? And I really want to get an idea of who on the show has the equipment to make these walkthrough tours first. So I got yes, no, and then what is a DSLR? If you're clicking that box, you're being silly. But maybe not. Maybe somebody Jake, what is a DSLR?
It's a camera.
What kind of camera?
It's a traditional shot camera.
A digital single lens reflex, right? And it's like
that's the answer.
Yeah, like a high end. It's a higher end than point and shoot. It's a good camera, and you can change out the lenses and stuff. All right, so I'm going to close that and look at this, you guys. So 53% have one, 45% don't. So you know what that tells me? I'm excited because part of tonight's show is a 360 camera versus DSLR, and that I'm gonna bring up this link here real quick on my itinerary. And honestly, you guys, I don't know if anybody saw a recent video that I just did, but I really believe that these cameras are getting so close. Jake, they're so close now. If you have the right workflow, that you can still tell the difference, but it is definitely close. I'm gonna show you here. We're gonna move beyond lead capture in this, and we're gonna go into the house here, and we're gonna pull up a panorama, okay? And just gonna kind of pan around. This isn't my favorite panorama. This panorama is actually probably it's definitely not the best, but the reason I chose this house is because it's got a 3D home tour. And so here's the Zillow 3D home tour. And for this, we use at Blue Lava Media, we use the Z1. And I'm gonna try and go slow,
Hey,
but
Jason, we're still
yeah.
looking at the poll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Always interrupt. Always. Boom. I'm gonna hide that. There we go. So thank you. Poll closed. All right. So this tour here, okay, we're gonna toggle between these two. So this is done with a DSLR, and at Blue Lava Media, we use a Sigma 8mm fisheye lens, and we use the Canon cameras. So I think it's a Canon. Jim will probably kill me if he's on the show tonight, but I want to say it's a T6i or T7i, and they're very affordable. You guys keep in mind we've got 4 interior photographers that we keep running, and we repair these cameras and the shutters and stuff on a regular basis. So we didn't go with super high-end cameras for that very reason. So here's the DSLR. Now here's the Z1, and tonight Jake's going to show you guys some stuff, and I can't say that we actually use Jake's workflow over at Blue Lava, but you can see the windows are blown out. You can see some haze. Not the best quality, but again, I'm going to keep going back to it's good enough, right? This is good enough, and I think all of us would agree. Let me go behind the couch so we can compare almost apples to apples. So we're just on the other side of the room. So again, a little haze, not the perfect window pulls that we are seeing in this scenario, and even that one's not the best. I've seen much better, but it's pretty good, right? So I wanted to show that to you guys so that you would see, because my next poll that I'm going to launch here is, do you have a 360 camera? So everybody on the show, do you have a 360 camera? Do you have the Theta V? Do you have the Z1, the Insta360, or any kind of other camera? And I think a big part of the show is, those of you that are saying no, a big part of the show is, I think that you guys are going to leave this show tonight and probably go get one, because this is a big income stream, and we're about ready to go into the slower season in winter. But then again, virtual tours and virtual showings are up so much. All right, I'm going to close this poll in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so check it out. So most of the people on the show don't have a 360 camera. That's awesome, because we're going to give you a couple options tonight. And we're going to give you actually three or four options. We're going to give you, ranging from $380. Don't go get the Gear 360, or anything that's super low end, because you'll pay for it. You can't go that low end. But we're going to give you some options tonight that range anywhere from basically I think $380. Let me check this out here. If you guys go to realtourvision.com, let me see here. Let me go back to our homepage. Support, and then recommended camera equipment. We've got all of these listed here, okay? So there's the Insta360, the Insta360 Insta Pro, the Theta Z1, and I'm against paying more than $999 for this camera. So you just need to wait. Just order it and wait, because it will come. It'll come in 15, 30 days. You'll get it. They're just all on back order. The demand right now, you guys, for these cameras is ridiculous. So anyway, a big part for me, so let me hide that poll, right? Jake, you need to say something when I forget to hide the poll.
My bad.
So if you go to realtorvision.com, recommended camera equipment, and you'll see we've got these cameras right here. Okay, so that's RTV support and then recommended camera equipment. So the reason I asked the question, what camera do you have, and you have this Theta V, the Z1, is there's some distinct differences here. So choosing your 360 camera is going to be really important. And one of the things you guys need to figure out is, do you want to offer, this is going to become so important. So hear me out. Do you want to offer Zillow 3D home tours? And you just saw one. I think it was this one, right? Wasn't it this one? Well, of course, it was not that one. The Zillow 3D home tour has become such a big part of what we do at Blue Lava Media, and it's a very easy add-on for all of the tours, and it embeds right into the property website. Oh, here it is. It embeds right in the property website like this, and you can deliver that with your RTV property website. And so John Zickert, the listing agent here, gets one link with his aerial drone video, still photos, the RTV tour, and the Zillow 3D home tour, all in one link, all branded and non-branded. And that's awesome. And over at Blue Lava Media, we have turned it into just a money machine. It's our probably biggest add-on this year, coming in second to drone. And we charge, where's my, what happened to all of my add-on thumbnails? Did Tyler mess up? Did my website get messed up here? I should have checked my website before. Here they come. Oh, they were slow to load. That's interesting. I guess my bandwidth is running a little slow tonight. Okay, here it is right here. Zillow 3D home tours starting at 75 bucks. But notice that's just for up to 2,000 square feet. So we'll touch base on that a little bit more tonight. But we get all the way up to $180 for this. And we've been doing a lot of them. And so the reason I say that it's dependent is, if you have any, the Zillow program will only work with the Theta cameras, so the Theta V or the Theta Z1. It'll also work with iPhones and stuff like that too, but if you want the best quality, you'll use either a Theta or a Z1. It won't work with the Insta360s, it won't work with the Panono, it won't work with the Nikon Key Mission or the Gear 360 or any of the other ones out there, the Fusion, what is it, the GoPro Fusion. So I recommend, I'm gonna recommend the Z1 if you've got a high budget of $1,000, because it does JPEG and RAW. And then if you don't have that budget, you still want to do Zillow, you'll want to get the Theta V, or because that does not do RAW though, as Jake will explain. It only does JPEG. Is that right, Jake? It only shoots in JPEG.
Correct.
Yeah, and so you're not going to be able to get as much quality in the post processing. Now the Insta360 is a little bit less. See, here's your Theta. The Theta V, and then the Insta360. This one is going to be much better quality than the Theta, but it doesn't work for Zillow, but it does do RAW. It does a RAW format and JPEG. So something for you to think about. If Zillow's not important, go for this one all day long. Either the X or the R are going to be both really good cameras. And Jake, I'm going to let you start talking a little bit. But first, I'm going to launch poll number 3 and find out actually, do you offer, those of you on the show, do you offer Zillow 3D home tours? And I'm guessing most people are going to say no, but it'll be interesting to see what this poll comes in at. Most people did not have a 360 camera on this show, so I'm thinking most people are not going to be offering it. Now we've got a big audience on the show, so it's funny. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can actually get this camera ordered and how much influence we'll have on B&H. So this says it's out of stock, more on the way. But I'm telling you, if you just order it, it will show up. Look at 7 to 14 business days. So just order your. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop the poll. Thank you. Manage polls. All right, close that out. Here we go. View it. So 79% are saying no, 18, yes. So that's really good to see. That's really good to see. So what I clicked on when the poll was still up was the Z1 here, and it just says more are on the way, 7 to 14 business days. So it's and you can check. I mean, don't just use the links on our website. You know, shop around. You might be able to find some on eBay. You might be able to find some. But again, I would be choosy and stuff. So. All right, you guys. So I'm clipping along. I'm gonna try and prove Dale that I can do this in an hour here. All right, so we are we're down to the fact. Oh, I'm gonna send this video. So I did make a video. You guys can check it out if you want to. I'm gonna distribute it to everybody, and I go into this whole thing in much more detail. I'm gonna send this to everybody, and it is a video on why you don't have to watch it now, but I'm gonna send that to the entire audience. It's a YouTube video, me ranting in my truck on the way home about picking a 360 camera. So I wanna shoot that out to everybody, save some time. We don't have to go into all that, but that'll help you pick your camera. So, I guess, Jake, let's talk a little bit about processing for best quality and what your experience has been. I'm gonna pass the controls on over to you there, sir. Hold on just for a second.
All right.
All right, let's see if I can figure this out now. All right, I'm gonna make you the presenter. I think that worked. Okay. I see that we still have the incorrect picture up there. I did not put your picture up there, Jake. My apologies.
All right. Do you see the media manager?
I do.
All right. So should I just get right into the hotspots, or?
Yeah, I guess I think everybody wants to know a little bit about your experience with the cameras, and you did have a lot of hands-on time with the Theta V, the Z1, and the Insta. So,
Yep.
and then while you're talking about that, I'm gonna review some questions.
Sure.
Then see what we got here.
So when I was going through the different cameras, I realized that the Theta app itself is actually very nice, and that actually works with both the Theta V and Z1, where you can actually set up all of your bracket exposures at once, and then you can just move the camera around and take all your shots. And of course, if you go outside, you might have to, change those. But I found that much more convenient than the Insta360's interior app, where you would have to change each exposure for each shot individually. So the Theta is definitely winning over the Insta360 currently. A lot of them use their own proprietary apps, which force you to use their software, but there are ways around that. And I go into that pretty heavily for each individual camera, which we can think we gave a link for the Insta360, because that is the
I'm going to distribute that. I'm going to distribute that, and I've got a couple people saying that your screen is really small, and I'm not sure if you can like zoom it in or full screen it, because I know you've got those really monstrous monitors. I'm not sure if there's anything
let's see
you can...
if this works.
I can see it here. Can everybody? Let's see here.
And I don't know if I can do a whole lot more.
Oh, they're saying that they're able to resize it. So I've got a couple people saying, oops. No problem, Deborah.
Oh, okay.
No problem, Al. So Al and Deborah did not maximize it. So we're good. Okay.
Got it.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to zoom down a little bit then. All right. But yeah, so I have YouTube videos on all three of the cameras that we mentioned that actually go over the workflow very thoroughly. I believe Jason just said he's going to distribute the
I'm
one.
looking for that. So you want the 1X, the bit.ly, right? The Insta360 building panoramas with Insta360 1X. You want me to distribute now?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys, yeah, tell them a little bit about what this is that I'm sending.
So this is a video that goes over the better way to do a workflow to get the best quality out of your images with the Insta360 One X versus using their proprietary software. In fact, I believe you gave the full tour link of the one that's already finished, so you could actually see the quality that I ended up with in the panoramas out of that camera. And that is actually the same panoramas that I'm going to be showing you how to use hotspots with tonight.
Cool. All right, hold on just for a second. Insta360, send to all. I think that should have gone out to everybody now. Okay. Did everybody get that link? Okay. Everybody should have gotten that link.
I see a link.
Perfect. Got it. Awesome. All right, thanks everybody.
And that'll lead to YouTube, which in the description below that will link out to how to create a walkthrough tour, which will be what I'm showing you, but more advanced and more time.
Let me distribute. Yep, let me distribute that real quick so everyone's got the building a walkthrough tour. This is about a 25-minute video all on its own. Please put this in your notes, everyone, because you may want to reference back to this tonight. Somebody just said the link was not active. Let me see here. That bit.ly was not active. Might need you to.
Yeah, can I post in there?
Yeah, you should be able to post in there. See if you can post it to everybody. Let me see if I can open this up. The one thing about GoToWebinar is that there's, okay, here we go, type a message. Okay, send to the entire audience. So hopefully that one works. And let me try this other one, the Insta360 workflow real quick.
If you can't get it, I have it up.
All right, that just went to the Insta360 website.
Okay,
that's interesting. That was the wrong bit.ly, yeah. Go ahead and message it to me, or are you able to message it to everybody, Jake?
I think so. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay, it's down under the chat section, and then you can send it to the entire, yep, perfect. And the link works, perfect, awesome. Okay, so everybody's got those two resources. And then I was gonna distribute, I did distribute the building a walkthrough, so everybody should have everything.
Yep,
so,
and
okay.
they link to each other in the description in YouTube.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about like the workflow, I guess. Let's settle on like if someone chose the Z1 maybe, and then show a little bit on how to do the workflow, and then how to add hotspots and build the tour production.
All right. Well, I can explain the workflow. I mean, I wasn't really prepared for editing.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, just if you could just give a brief summary, because we gave everybody the video. Everybody's got the video on the workflow, and there is an Insta360 One X full workflow, and a Theta Victor workflow, and a Theta Z one workflow. So there's a workflow for each one if you follow that link.
And those are all a little bit different as well. So for example, the Insta360 camera, it starts in its proprietary file format INSP, and the video will go over how you can convert INSP to DNG or RAW, and then you could just pull it right into Lightroom, and then you go from Lightroom to PT GUI, and then you can do some touch-up work in Photoshop if you want, but after PT GUI, you're pretty much set. The Theta V only shoots in JPEG because it was their first model, but that actually will come out as a full equilateral that you can just pull right into Lightroom, and then you can do your HDR merging there, but I would suggest using Infuse GUI, because Infuse GUI is better at merging JPEGs than I would say Lightroom is. and then the theta Z1 will come out as the dual fisheyes, and you can pull those through. You can shoot in DNG and pull those all right into Lightroom, do your corrections, do your HDR merges, and then you can put those into equilaterals with PT GUI.
So you're going to end up using a and I think all of those bit.lys were wrong. So we're going to start over because people are getting bit.lys to trial accounts. bit.lys to Jake, your bit.lys were a bit.ly off. I'm going to send you guys a link now. I've got the walkthrough up. So give me just a second, you guys. There we go. So I'm going to send the walkthrough. How to create a walkthrough tour, and that is a long video right there. That does work. That's the straight YouTube link. I don't know why those bit.lys were all wrong. Okay, and then here's the Insta360 1X. Let me get it and share it. Copy the link, and this is Insta360 walkthrough. Again, you guys, so delete the other ones I sent you guys. This is for processing. Again, if you use the Insta360, you're going to have a hard time. You're not going to be able to do Zillow. So that's got to be an important part of your decision-making process is, do I want to be able to offer Zillow? If you ask me, I'm going to tell you, you should. Even if you're already doing Matterport, I know several people that are doing Matterport, putting that right into our property site, as well as doing Zillow. Zillow has the eyeballs and it's free. It doesn't cost anything to upload. So it's pretty quick and easy. And then I've got one more for you guys here. So that was now here's the Z1. So got all three walkthroughs here. Okay, copy that. Get back on track here. All right, now here is the Z1 processing video. Z1. So Dale is figuring out how we are getting all this into 1 hour is we're giving you guys other video links. But at least you guys know my pick, and I think that everybody's going to learn a lot about the importance of these little cameras have just come so far, and they're quick and they're easy and they hold their charge and stuff. So Dale's laughing. I love it. All right. Okay. Sorry about the bad links, everybody. I've got like 60 people saying this is a trial account. This is a trial account. What did you do to me, Jake?
I copied them from YouTube, so I'm not positive, to be honest with you.
It's all good. All right. So all right, I'll let you continue, Jake. Show us some magic. So, and the other thing I guess, is that you can use these cameras in Fusion. At RTV, when we put panoramas into Fusion, they're done with the DSLR fisheye lens Sigma 8, stitched with PT GUI, and we actually don't add hotspots. That would be a really long way to create a walkthrough tour is with your DSLR, but it could be done. It's much faster if you use one of these 360 cameras. So let's check it out.
So going right into hotspots. All right.
Where were you at? What were you? If you had something else to
No, that's fine. I mean, the window's showing right now. I mean, that pretty much covered up majority of the cameras, if the links are correct now. So let's say that you are going to create a walkthrough, and you've got a bunch of panoramas already in your media manager. You would want to navigate to the panorama editor. I mean, you can do that by double-clicking any panorama. And my next pano is actually going to be heading this way. So
and just I've got a couple people asking the quality that you got with these images we're taking with the Z1 using your process flow, right?
No, this one specifically was done with the Insta360.
Got it. Okay. It's good quality. I gotta say, it's really good quality.
And everything that I did with these were used or explained in the walkthrough that we just.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So this button right here will create a hotspot. And the type of hotspot we want is a scene spot, because that will lead to another scene. And select the one that you need. You want to point it in the direction that you would be walking, and then save the look position. And then select your hotspot of choice. And we will hit this, but talk about it in a minute. I'm going to take that out and then insert. So this is now the hotspot. You got to save. And if you want it to start looking this way, you can set start position. So that button that we pressed was actually linking backwards. So on our second panorama, we already have the hotspot that leads back to the first one. So then we can just continue moving on by creating a new hotspot. Go ahead.
You can overdo it, you know, when you're making these hotspots and linking. You know, for those of you that are doing 35 still photos and 5 or 6 panoramas, don't fill your panorama with a whole bunch of hotspots just to link all over the place. Just keep it, you know, keep it under control. I've seen some people overdo it with hotspots where it's just like, whoa, it's too many. So it's something to think about anyway. I like your new go button, Jake. It looks really nice. Jake made that, everybody. He made the go button.
Oop, gotta select a hotspot.
Joyce, it's the Z1 has been saying 7 to 14 days for months, but you still need to order one, and you'll get it in a. Oh, your Z1 is still on back order. I have been okay. So Joyce has been waiting for 2 months, she says. So, well, let me know when you get it, and I'll adjust what I'm telling everybody. Maybe I should stop telling people about the Z1. It'll start showing up. Joyce is saying that she's going on 60 days. I can't imagine it taking much longer, but somebody did say, I think it was Anthony, said that you can get it for, there's a whole bunch of chat here. Somebody just said $8.99. I'll have to, here it is. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but Anthony is saying you can buy the Z1 directly from Ricoh for $8.80. Something to look at. So Jake, you can resize these and tell us a little bit about, I guess, what is the offsets? Should we be concerned about those? When would we use these offsets down here, and what do they do?
So if your camera or if your tripod was like a little bit off, you can make it so the panoramas are a little bit more looking in a certain direction and whatnot. I honestly don't mess with them a whole lot because the one-shot cameras are usually pretty balanced and set. The zoom would be, it's going to show it. The zoom would be the distance.
Yep, Dale is asking about the zoom factor. He says, shouldn't it be 100? But I think you don't want it at 100, right? The zoom factor?
The zoom factor is default at 75. If it was at 100,
yeah, it's too far back.
It's all skewy and
yeah, it's not good. You want it zoomed in a little, right? The more it zoomed back, the more the bends you get, you know. There you go. Yeah, you want it zoomed in so the square things look square for sure. So can you show us how to get to some other hotspots after you add this one, I guess?
Sure.
Because there are a lot of different hotspots. Okay, there they are. Yep. Yeah, there's a pin drop, an arrow, there's a chevron, dropper, a circle, a target. So there's some good ones there. Yeah, cool. The pulsating target. And Nancy O'Brien, hey Nancy, just says that we have the Theta Victor V and the Z1, and the wait for the Z1 is worth it. So that's I would back that up too. I would say that I agree, just from our experience at Blue Lava Media. So, and you can, Greg had a question about the hotspots and saying that they don't look like they're going anywhere, but you can make your own if you did not like these hotspots. If you wanted to make your own, have somebody on Fiverr make you a hotspot. We've got, I think, over 100 hotspots in the system that you can choose from. If you didn't like the go button or didn't like the chevron or wanted like a hand or something, you could import your own.
One thing I did forget to mention is that your panos are probably set to automatically rotate depending on what your settings were. But since this is a walkthrough tour, what we're going to want to do is bulk edit and then go to advanced settings and change the speed to 0. And that'll make it so the panos do not move when you go to view the tour.
Okay.
And that way the user has full
Right.
control.
Now, I know Laura said she didn't like that, the way that did that. She wanted it to move. She said somebody could just sit there and get lost, and it's a preference.
Yeah. I mean,
you can make it move or let it do its thing.
Yeah, you could also just make it be like really slow.
Yeah. Dale didn't like his Z1. I wish we'd have known, Dale. Maybe we could have helped you with it or figured out why. Are the hotspots GIFs, Jake? They just upload a GIF, or how does that hotspot work?
You can, but you're not going to have movement like this. The movement is a I'm going blank on the actual file format, but it's let's see if this says it.
Kristen says she got her Z1 in 8 days off Amazon. So it looks like everything's a little different for everybody. Everybody's experience is a little different. There's so many questions. Does Zillow require a particular camera for the tours? Yes, Troy. They require the Theta V for Victor or Z1. And Jerry wants to sell his Z1. Jerry Sibley, everybody is selling a Z1. He's asking me to give a shout out to reach out to him. If you want to talk to Jerry, find him in the Facebook group, the Secret RTV Facebook group, and he'll sell you his Z1. Hi, Lewis. And Lewis says, I've been using the Theta V for the Zillow 3D home tours, and he really likes it. So he's got a good workflow developed.
You can
Jerry,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying, Jerry says that he's selling one because he has two. Actually,
let me make another tab so I don't lose.
Jake, would you consider adding the option, title option to the skin? Example, being able to add a room title to the upper left side of the skin, Herb says. So I think you can do that, right? When you mouse over, you can have say something, right?
Yeah, so
I think
like
that's what he's saying.
Here, caption.
Yeah. So go ahead. Yep, put it in there. Yep, and Herb, this will actually make it so that when you put your mouse over it and you view the tour, it will give you a caption. And there you go. Yeah, so you can, it's real easy to do. So you can make that, I think, as long or short as you want, those captions. So. Jake, do you want to show, it's a 8:45. Do we want to show, does anybody have questions on how to add hotspots in the RTV manager? How much is he selling? More people are interested in buying Jerry's Z1 than hotspots. You're welcome, Herb. Okay, so you guys will have to, hi Mara. Anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and add the floor plan navigator into this. That's where I was
Oh, sure.
heading, Dale. Yeah, let's go ahead and show. So while Jake is getting set up to do the floor plan, the company that I recommend for floor plans is Kubi.casa. I'll message it to everyone here. It's very difficult to say their name. They're not marketers. And there you go. That went to the entire audience. It's Kubi.casa. I met with them extensively in Las Vegas, and I really like their product. It's a nice, it does give you a really nice ability to make a floor plan. Jake, I'm going to take the screen over again and show, let's see here. Let's see, audience view, sharing. Okay, let me show this one here, I think. Okay, are you seeing the RTV page here?
Yes.
All right, let's see if we can't go to Piccadilly here. Here we go. All right, so the reason that I really like that Kubi Casa is you just kind of go through the house and you sweep, right? Well, one of the really cool things that it does is it gets you a floor plan pretty cheap. I think they're 25 or 35 bucks. I don't know, they're trying to put together a network of photographers maybe. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do, but it gives you this really sweet, and we had to put this in Photoshop, or I don't know what Jim did this in. I want to say he just did this in Photoshop and then made it transparent. Okay, so you've got the floor plan embedded into your RTV tour. This is a really sweet look. This is super clean. I love the way this looks. You've got the cameras. I can click on this and I'm going to go to that room. I'm in the bathroom now on a still photo. I'm going to go to the kitchen. Pow. That's a still photo. So you can use these little camera icons to link to still photos, obviously, or 360s. So it's pretty sweet. I like it. So that would be making an interactive floor plan, and you could put that on your website and charge for the floor plan based on square footage, obviously, and then you build it in. So let's turn it back over to Jake, and Jake can show you how to take advantage of the floor plan piece. Jake, I'm so sorry I didn't take Sean's picture down from the last show. We got Sean on a tractor for everybody. This is not Sean that we're talking to tonight. All right.
All right, so you actually can upload your floor plans right here in the upload section. But once you go to actually edit them, you need to go to floor plan editor, and they will appear here. Since my first level was the first one I uploaded, it was defaulted to being in the editor area. And if you head over to your first panorama, you can actually hit this plus button, and it will add it to the editor. And then I can move it to the location in which it is located.
And then the small cameras, I'm all about the small. Where did you change that?
That is floor
right
plan
there.
icon.
Camera, and you can change the size, right?
Yeah, you
Floor
can.
plan icon. Yeah, so that's normal. You can go small. There's even tiny. Yeah, I really like the small ones. Yeah, that's normal though. That's actually pretty small looking. It's perfect.
So then once you put it in the right spot, you can actually click on it and then click this green arrow.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then you can look in the general direction that you want it to go, and then hit this right here. And you see this orange cone? You can calibrate it to be in the correct location.
Wow.
Like that.
That's pretty awesome.
And then when you go to view your tour.
And Jerry says transparency's easy. 2 minutes. Photoshop. Transparent is the ping format. Yes, Greg. I think it is. Is the floor plan when you upload it's a PNG. If you want a transparent one, yes.
Yes, and the animated hotspots are actually SVGs. That's the file format that I can think of.
Okay.
Hold on real quick. I don't believe we have our floor plan on. Oop. All right.
And Eric is saying one of the things I basically who was having trouble with was uploading 360s and then still photos into the RTV tour without making two tours, one that would display stills and one that would display the panos. That would actually be pretty easy. You would upload all your panoramas and you would default them to being on the virtual tour. Actually, I'd upload all my stills first, then I'd bulk edit the stills to turn off on the tour. Then I'd upload all my panoramas. So then the virtual tour would only show panoramas and the property website would show all the stills. And then you could actually deliver a property website through RTV that would have all the stills down in the gallery and only a virtual tour embedded in the middle. So that's how you would do that, Eric. It'd be pretty easy. But you got to work your workflow. You got to upload all of your still photos first and turn them on, select all, turn them off on the tour, then batch upload your panos. It would be super easy if you didn't want any stills to show up in the virtual tour and you just wanted those on the website. Great question. Do you get what he just asked, Jake?
Yeah. I just don't have
cool.
photos to add that in there.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. That's the first time I think actually I remember Eric talking about that before, but that is a neat request and an easy solution. If we've got the hotspot is it SVG, you said, format?
SVG, yep.
It's SVG if you want it animated, SVG, and it's just GIF if you want a regular hotspot, and that's easy
Correct.
to make. Yep.
And you can upload those in your settings. Hotspots. You just choose the file, and then that'll be on the account wide, so you can use them in any of your tours.
Now, Kristen Jones is asking, is there a way to preview what I've done without having to watch the tour from the beginning? And I think she might have been referring to with you adding hotspots, maybe. I believe that's what she was asking. Typical price for a floor plan. Most floor plan companies start at about 50 to 60 bucks, Lewis, for a full service floor plan, and then it goes up from there on the square footage of the home. You guys can go to bluelavamedia.com and you can check out what we charge for floor plans. Jake, I'm going to show something real quick. Go ahead though. Let's take care of Kristen's question. I think she was talking about
if it was floor plan.
It was adding hotspots. So
hotspots.
we'd have to jump back over to the hotspot part. But are you able to basically put in a hotspot and preview it, what you did, without launching the tour? And I think, can't you just do the?
You can click on the hotspot itself to know where it's going, but you can't exactly preview the specific scene. You would actually have to view tour and go to it.
Okay, what does the preview button do? Just rotates the pano?
Yeah,
down exactly. Below. Okay. Thanks. Good question, Kristen. That's something that we'll add to our plate.
You can take the feedback?
Yeah. I'm going to take the present thing back here. I'm going to show my screen. And I think, are you seeing the floor plan?
Yes.
My screen, okay. Monitor one, okay. So this is the other thing I wanted to show everybody. So got a lot of questions. How do you add the Matterport into the tour? How do you add the Zillow 3D home tour into the tour? It's right here, you guys. When you go into your media manager, okay, here's your dashboard. All this is gonna change, by the way. I hope everybody's all right with that. It's all gonna change. We're getting ready to launch a massive change to get ready for scheduling and payment collection. So get ready. We're going to a project-based system. Okay, so let's take Deborah Hall, and we're gonna go to down here to, all right, of course, external media under editor. So see where I'm at here, external media. Right here is where you would add external media. You would put like Matterport, port 3D, 3D, and or just 3D home tours, what we put for Zillow. Okay, and then you want to set your duration off. You don't want duration. That means that they have to advance to the next scene. And then you just Control V, you paste your embed code right here. This could be Vimeo 4K. This could be 360 video, 10 minutes of 360 video while the agent walks through the house on with a selfie stick. This could be Matterport. This could be iGuide. This could be an RTV tour. Now you might think, why would I want to embed an RTV tour into my tour? There's actually a reason for that. That would be so that if you wanted Matterport to show up first on your property website, so like if you wanted this right here to say Matterport first, and then you wanted the RTV virtual tour second, you could do that. If you're delivering only property websites, that is how you do that. It's a really sweet hack. I saw somebody do that the other day and I just loved it. So this is kind of cool too. If you add a floor plan, Vincent was asking about this. If you add a floor plan to your tour, Vincent, this is what it looks like. So what Jake just did, it does this on the property website. Check it out. Boom. Look at that. So it actually like turns it into like an interactive floor plan on the RTV property website. So it's pretty sweet. I like it. And you've got a little floor changer. So you can switch floors, boom, boom, boom. And then it just jumps into that picture. And it actually, if you have video in these or panoramas, it actually spins the panoramas or the videos. Back to you, Jake. We've got about 4 minutes left here for you to show anything else that you were thinking about showing.
Hold on. Ooh. All right. Actually, do we have any questions? How about that?
There's a ton of questions. So we've got, somebody wants to know if anybody bought Jerry's Z1 yet. Oh geez. Jerry says he's doing a firehouse sale on both Z1s. Oh my gosh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jerry's gonna kill me. All right. You guys have to take that to Facebook. Okay, so Lewis says no changes, don't change the TMS. Can you hide a still in the tour and still link with a hotspot? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, Jake, can you hide a still in the tour? No, the answer to that is no, Dale. That is on the list though. Somebody else wanted that. I want to say Tony wanted that. If my memory serves me correctly, for doing a city tour. So not yet, we will do that. There's a, I think we're good there. Let's talk a little bit about, let's show some pricing, I guess, maybe. Facebook link, Eric, it's just the RTV. As an RTV member, if anybody on this show would like to, if you're already with RTV and you want to access the secret RTV Facebook group, just hit me up on Facebook and send me a friend request. And if I don't answer it right away, send me a little message and I'll plop you in. So it's pretty easy to do. Anything else on your end, Jake, that we want to show?
I can think of.
Okay.
I mean, the videos that we linked out will go more depth than what I did.
Yeah, and pricing out this stuff. So like we have floor plans here. And we start, I guess, we start at 125 at Blue Lava. So up to 3,000. So 125 is what we get. And so out of that, you'd subtract 35 bucks for Kubi.casa, and then Jim turns it into a transparent and adds hotspots and links it in. So feel free to use the Blue Lava Media website. All this is designed to monetize the RTV products and features. Those of you that, I've got a couple people here that, no, I don't know of a workaround on that, Dale. But Dale's talking about the if you upload a picture to the tour system and then make it invisible, can you still link to it with a hotspot? And you just can't do that yet.
You cannot. I believe I was trying to show that if you turned the scene off, that a hotspot was connected to, the hotspot on the previous scene that was leading to it disappears.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of, honestly, would be to put that image somewhere on the web and then link to it, like, you know, but I don't know where you would put it on the web that you could get a link to it. So As far as pricing goes on the Zillow 3D home tours, you guys, I kind of showed that earlier, but your cost is zero on that, and it's just time, you know. So watch Jake's walkthrough video. Joyce, I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like you're having a heck of a time getting a Z1, but other people are getting them on Amazon. I don't. I think I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any advice. My advice, you took it and it was bad, so I don't want to give you any more advice. I told her to order one on B&H, and she's been waiting for 60 days. She's never going to take my advice again. I think we covered everything, didn't we? Do we have any polls left? Wait, hold on. Did we do all the polls? Let's see here. Oh yeah, are you currently offering a walkthrough style tour? We're ending the show with this one. Are you currently offering any kind of a walkthrough style tour? And we've got, I'm gonna guess most people are gonna say no on the show, but maybe not. Maybe now that everybody after watching the show is gonna be offering a walkthrough, which is good. I hope so. I think that now is the time. I think now really more than ever in the times that we're in, the home sellers not wanting foot traffic, virtual tours being more in demand and more useful, really more useful than they possibly ever have been in history. I mean, they were always very useful and cut down on foot traffic, but now it's more important than ever to not have that foot traffic and to, you know, let home sellers kind of minimize that impact. So I think that that's cool. So yeah, it looks like we've got about 55-45. So that's good. I hope that a lot of you come off of this show and decide that you want to offer virtual tours. One of the things I was going to tell everybody, those of you that are on the show tonight that are new to RTV, you can stop on over to realtorvision.com. You can set up a test account right here, test drive our product. And those of you that came to the show tonight, I want to thank every one of you. Thank you so much. Everybody, get ready. Our next show, I think we may do another fireside chat with Alex and maybe talk more about connecting YouTube and doing some of the other stuff. I know that a lot of you have questions, so maybe we'll do another show before the end of September. We'll slip one more in. So everybody, I guess that's it. It's after 9, so I told Dale I'd keep it short tonight. I wouldn't go late. All right, and I did record this, you guys. So yes, Jeff Cup, good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Troy. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Anthony, and everybody. Joyce, great to see you. Glenn, hello. Lisa, Mark, Neil, Lewis, Scott, you guys are great. And there's a whole bunch of other people that have commented here. Jerry, thank you all for coming to the show. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the Formula 88. We are out of here. Join you next time. Keep your eyes peeled for all those updates. And remember, when you love what you do, it's not a job. See you later, everybody.